Dear students, this is the setup which is used to find the friction loss in the pipe. It is here we are going to calculate the major losses which is taking place because of the flow, the friction between the pipe and the flow. Okay, so here you can see at the left end a tank where water is stored. It is called as sump tank. Over that we have a collecting tank. Okay, so whatever the water it is pumped from the sump tank, so that will flow through the pipe which is shown horizontally. I'll show you the specification of each pipes there. Again, in the middle you can see the pump. Okay, again there is a gate valve is placed in order to vary the flow. Okay, now let us see the specification of the details regarding the pipe diameters, etc. So here this is a specification which is already made available in the setup itself by the manufacturer. The area of the collecting tank is given as 0.075 meter square. Area of the collecting tank is 0.075 meter square. Length of the pipe is 1.5 meter. Acceleration due to gravity is a constant 9.81 meter per second square. Now let us see, this is the important one because we have four different diameters pipes. In that one is of PVC pipe having the diameter 0.027 meter and three are of GI material, that is 0.027 meter, 0.021 meter and 0.015 meter. Okay, now you can see here, this is the manometer setup. You can see the mercury which is used as a manometric liquid. So when the flow starts, because of the pressure of the liquid, there will be a variation in the mercury levels. Okay, now you are familiar with taking the setup because here you will be having one value is above and one value will be below. Okay, that will understand clearly when you are going to when we start the experiment. Okay, now here you have a air entrapped valve. Okay, in order to remove the air bubble, we have a air entrapment valves, and during the experiment you have to see that this valve should be closed. Okay, and when it is perpendicular to the limb of the manometer, it is considered as closed, and if you make it along the vertical, then it is opened. Okay, so always once the air bubbles are entrapped or when it is allowed to go out, then it has to be closed during the experiment. Okay, now let us see the top view of the setup. Here you can see the different diameters. The pipe which is colored in blue is made up of GI materials. Okay, and the pipe which is you can see white colored one, it is made up of PVC material. Okay, now here you will be having the regulating valves because at a time you can conduct only one, you can go through one setup. Okay, so that's why we have four different regulating valves. Okay. Now let us start the setup. Okay, starter is on. We have adjusted the flow rate. We are using the first pipe now, GI pipe. Okay, now here one adjustment what you have to do is the water will not directly flow through the manometer. Okay, so here there is a regulating valve to the manometers which is connected to the pipe. Okay, now here also you have to make this into horizontal to the plastic pipe, whatever you can see here. Okay, so this is the red colored handle, whatever you can see, it is the valve. If you open it, the water will flow through the manometer. Now let us see how to remove the air bubbles. This setup is open now. You can see the water or the air bubbles which is flowing through the pipes. Okay, now let us see what happened to the manometer reading now. Okay, now here see as you vary the flow condition, okay, now there is a flow is taking place through the device or the pipe. Okay, now we are varying the flow here using the regulators. You can see the manometric levels are varying both in the right as well as the left limb. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to take down the reading from this, okay, pressure gauge reading in terms of centimeters. Okay, basically you already know about it because one reading will be positive, another reading will be negative. So here in the right limb there is a negative reading, and in the right left limb there is a positive reading. Okay, now in order to calculate the actual discharge, what you have to do is you have to measure the water accumulated in the collecting tank. Okay, in order to measure the actual discharge, what you have to do is first you have to close the butterfly valve which is given at the left side of the collecting tank. You have to close this. Then next, now you can see whatever the water is flowing, it will be collected in the collecting tank. You can see here the flow. Okay, then you have to take the head of water or depth of water which is accumulated using collecting tank, and that will be measured using the gauge, which is 15 centimeter rise of water. 15 centimeter rise of water. And for that, what you have to do is you have to start the stopwatch and you have to wait till the water fills up to 15 centimeter. Okay, note down the time. Then area into height divided by time. So this gives the actual discharge which is taking place through the pipe.